Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Tarryn the Traveling Trainer here of the Greater Atlanta area for episode 541, and I want to thank you for tuning in. And first and foremost, please make sure, if you're not already, to subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/GoTarryn. And while you're watching this video blog, if you would be so kind as to like the video and also make a comment and share it with your family and friends and tell everyone about it while you're watching today's video blog with a returning guest. We had her back on episode 533. We had Marla-Deen Brooks. We've got her here today momentarily of Marla-Deen Fit. I'm going to be talking to her about your New Year's resolutions. That's right. If you have your 2017 New Year's goals and resolutions, or if you don't, well, fear not, because I'm going to be talking to Marla-Deen about what's going on in the world, and specifically of fitness and health. Why do people make our resolutions and goals, and then a month later, or even earlier than that, they're not even in the gym anymore? So we're going to talk about that, and it's going to be great to reconnect with her. She is a wonderful, bright, intelligent fitness professional. Love talking to her, so we're going to have her here in just a few moments. And in the meantime, before we come back, remember that GoTarryn Personal Training is your time, your investment in your life. All right, we're back, everyone, and Happy New Year, first and foremost to everyone out there. This is the very first video blog of 2017, and side by side, we're welcoming back yet again to GoTarryn TV, Ms. Marla-Deen Brooks of Marla-Deen Fitness. And Marla-Deen, how are you doing out there?
Great out there, Tarryn. Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you. You too. I appreciate it. And I guess, how's your New Year been so far?
So far, so good. I love the New Year. I like the whole fresh start thing.
Yes, definitely. Fresh start. It's a good time for us to, as you say, prioritize our schedule, and that's important. And that's kind of what I was going to talk to you about today. And I'm so happy to have you back on. And we had a lot of really positive, strong feedback about you a couple months ago on the previous episode that we interviewed you. So today's topic, New Year's resolutions. I'm sure that that's been a theme that you've seen in the fitness world for sure, but also in your personal life and friends and family and such. So everybody out there watching, this should be a really good, for sure episode to pay attention to. So Marla-Deen, let me ask you though, very first question before we jump into it, do you have any personal New Year's resolutions for yourself?
Well, funny you should ask. I think there are two camps with New Year's resolutions, those that make them and then those just don't make them at all. Mm-hmm. I used to make New Year's resolutions, and I stopped because I was setting myself up for failure, and I wouldn't complete them, and I would get discouraged and disgruntled. And I, a couple of years ago, revamped my whole mindset, and instead of setting resolutions, started thinking about a word for the year.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of been my new thing. I focus on a particular word and incorporate that into kind of different areas of my life, fitness, food, family, whatever. And that has really worked for me. I feel like I succeed. I feel like last year, actually, my word was intentional, and I was intentional about kind of how I spent my time, who I spent my time with, my workouts, so that they were injury-free. So I was very intentional and focused on the actual exercise I was doing, so I wasn't overtraining or over-exercising. I tried to be intentional about my food, and just everything, and it really worked out for me last year. So I'm doing that again this year.
That's very good. Nice. And what was the word for this year, for 2017?
Gratitude, or being grateful.
Nice. Oh, that's excellent. I'll have to think about that. That's a good one to ponder on. I think that's something that not enough of us, are aware to do. But that's really good. I like that. Gratitude for. How has the first week of using the word gratitude gone for you so far?
It's a good thing. I think I'm pretty good at being grateful for all that I have, but I'm kind of looking at it as to just being grateful for being able to move my body, being able for exercise, being grateful for kind of where I am in my fitness and trying not to compare myself to another person. Maybe my fitness business, trying not to compare myself to someone else's fitness business. I'm trying to incorporate it into all things. So I'm hoping it'll be a good year that way.
Excellent. All right. That's wonderful. Well, to jump right into it, Marla-Deen, let me tell you that there was a top 10 New Year's resolutions for 2017 recently on USA Today. And these are pretty interesting, the percentages. I'm not going to go through all 10, but what I thought was interesting was that 3 out of the top 5 have to do with what you and I do, and that's helping people get in better shape. Number 1 by the majority with a 21.4% margin was losing weight and eating healthier. That was the number 1 resolution for most people in 2017 in the U.S. And then 2 was life and self-improvements, then better financial decisions, quit smoking, do more exciting things. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And, for the topic of discussion, I was going to ask you about, just jump right into the first part here, talking about people and their New Year's resolutions and their good intentions. And before we even go to the first question on this, let me tell you what I found on WebMD for the top 6 reasons people stop exercising, and we could discuss this. So number 1, and I don't think these are in priority. This is just how they listed them out. Short on time. Number 2, short on money. For example, like gym memberships and personal training. Number 3, stuck inside the house. For example, inclement weather. We might talk about that here in a couple of minutes here in Atlanta. Number 4, feeling self-conscious or intimidated at a gym or fitness center. Number 5, bored with the same activities. And number 6, tired and lacking energy. So what have you found personally when you've gone to the gym or, working out with your clients and friends? Have you noticed that it spikes up like right now for New Year's? Or
As you're in this business, so January, all the group fitness classes are jam-packed.
Yep.
The workout area, you can't get an elliptical, you can't get a treadmill because everybody's in there. And I love to see people in there.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. I love that I'm seeing people maybe I've not seen in months, meeting new people, and this is across the board. I teach at a couple of different gyms, so, it's everywhere. And it makes me really sad that around February, it's all dwindled, and it's only been 2 months, and everyone is back to their old habits and gotten, the excitement of the new programs that they've started. And there are ways to keep people motivated and ways to keep them coming back. And that's key. Every year, you just kind of want to grab them and say, just keep coming back. Don't go home.
That's really good. It's funny you mention that because research will show that 80% of memberships are, their strongest are in the first 2 weeks of January for most fitness centers. And you usually see the flip side that for the remainder of the year, 20% of the membership is only the people that are your regulars as gym activity users. And so what happens to that other 80%? So let's talk about that. What do you say to the folks who, and we'll go through these reasons again. Number 1, short on time. When they tell you, I just don't have time, to make it to the gym because of other commitments. What do you say to that?
Well, the studies have shown that you can get the best benefit from shorter, just more intense workouts.
Good point. Very well done.
It is 20 minutes. And if you only have 10 minutes, then you can put in that 10 minutes. You can do sets of push-ups, squats, jump squats, planks. 10 minutes, you've got a little total body workout in, and you're done. You don't have to be in the gym for an hour or 2 hours. Nobody has time to do that, and that's not good for your body anyway. Short and sweet, get in, get out. Do it at home. You don't have to go to the gym. And there are so many fabulous free YouTube videos for any kind of workouts, for high intensity, for Pilates, for yoga. They're all out there, and you can do them right in the comfort of your own home, and you can do it for as short or as long as you want.
Yeah, you answered that with touching on the second one where people say they're short on money. Not even, like you just mentioned, you can get some free YouTube videos. You don't have to pay for a gym membership because you could do in-home, stuff, which, again, that's a great option to have. And that's a good point. Now, also you mentioned working out at home. So for the folks watching, both Marla-Deen and I are in Atlanta, and funny enough, as we're recording this weekend, I don't know, have you been watching the weather reports and winter storm warnings, Marla-Deen, the last several hours?
I have two high schoolers that are supposed to be up in North Georgia for a wrestling tournament. I'm going, ooh, I don't think that's where we need to be. We don't know how to drive in the snow down here, you know.
That's right. Yeah, you give us 1 or 2 inches and we're done. We're toast. That's crazy because were you here, Marla-Deen, a few years ago? Like, were you stuck in any of that when we had that?
And I remember the time when it was right when school was supposed to start back. So you've been home for 2 weeks, and if you're a mom, you're ready for everything to get back on schedule. And then we were home for like another 9 days, and everybody had cabin fever. And I specifically put on my blog during that time some at-home workouts for people. My boot camp ladies were like, what can we do at home? And so I did some kind of body weight workouts that they could incorporate at home, turn some music on and just get moving.
Excellent. Very good alternatives there, Marla-Deen. And so again, if we do have the bad weather, let's reinforce and reiterate people watching, if they're stuck and they're watching you and I right now on this video blog, they know that they can do the workouts, in home. They can reach out to you. We're going to get your website information too before we end the video blog as well. And you're always giving out really good blogs and really good insightful information. So that's your answer for inclement weather. So we'll see what happens. Now, the next one, again, feeling self-conscious or being intimidated, the whole stigma of going to the gym and you've got your big muscle bodies and meat market and such. So when they tell you, have you had people that have told you that in the past, that that's why they don't go to a gym and work out because of that reason?
Well, I've had people come to me at the beginning of a class and say they're new, maybe they're a little uncomfortable in the back, and you don't want to draw attention to them, but you want to keep them coming. Yep. So you want to encourage them, you want to talk to them, and honestly, a lot of that depends on maybe the gym that they're in. Some gyms are more welcoming than others, just honestly speaking.
Yeah, good point, because the one that you and I mutually have worked at, the Second Ponce de Leon Church Gym, the people there are usually there just for working out. There's nothing else really. Right. Yeah, but then again, on the flip side of the coin, I've been to some fitness centers like LA Fitness and some others where it looks like they're out there for a modeling audition.
That's that's kind of not, I don't want to say not where you want to be. I mean, that's great for some people, but for someone just self-conscious and just starting out, that can be very intimidating. So maybe those are the people that want to start a program walking outside or in bad weather, maybe working out at home a little bit until they get stronger and get more confident with the moves, or try to save up some money for just 1 or 2 sessions with a personal trainer so that they can get comfortable with how to move, how to do the squats, how to do chest flies, maybe a private lesson on how to use the machines at the gym that they're in. Just anything to make them feel more comfortable.
Yeah, right. Spot on for sure. And then as far as when the clients are saying, they're bored with the same activities, let me flip that question to you. Have you ever been, I guess, kind of bored or feeling monotonous getting those doldrums for your own workouts, Marla-Deen? And how did you handle it, if so?
I tend to try to cross-train or try to incorporate different workouts anyway. Mm-hmm. And some people like to work out solo. I do like to work out solo, but I also love a group class just because it gets me going, the energy in the room, and just the different variety. I would be bored if I were a runner and that's all I did 5 days a week. So I try to swim some, do some yoga, do some weights. You got to shake it up. Otherwise, you're going to get bored and then you're going to quit. You can only walk so many miles on a treadmill.
Yeah, that's true. And the Family Life Center gym that we just mentioned has that indoor track where it kind of feels a little monotonous when people are going around. But
how many more laps do I have to do here? Right.
Exactly. I can't do that, but I'll tell you what I do for myself for strength training. I always mix it up, like you said, in terms of telling myself I'm not going to do anything I did the previous workout.
Absolutely.
And that's what I usually tell my clients. I'm like, let's just do nothing but stuff that we didn't do the last time we saw each other. And you had just mentioned in that statement about energy, about increasing your own energy. That was the 6th top reason why people stop exercising, as a reminder that they say that they're tired and they lack energy. So what is a good answer and solution to that overall when you hear that from working with people and they tell you, Marla-Deen, I'm just I'm just tired. I can't come in here and I've got no energy.
I say get your booty there and give it 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, if you're still got the doldrums and you're still not feeling good, then maybe your body's telling you that you do need to rest, and rest is key. You got to rest and recover. But usually after about 10 minutes, you get a little sweat going and your endorphins kind of kick in and you're going to feel good and you're going to have more energy afterwards. It's just the whole getting over the mental block of actually getting to the gym or, getting into that workout. Once you're in it, you're going to get more energy. As long as you are getting the appropriate amount of rest and your diet is, not full of tons of caffeine and sugar that are going to drag all your energy also. And as long as you're staying hydrated.
Good points there, because that's stuff that they could do preventatively as a proactive action rather than reactive, and go ahead and jump on it. I like that. It reminds me when we talked last time, for the first time when you and I were chatting on our video blog, you had mentioned for yourself that you really got into the exercise and working out when you were attending law school at Mercer, I believe, in terms of trying to reduce stress and get more energy. And that actually worked out as the beginning of your fitness career because, again, that kind of was a really good awakening for you that they had asked you to teach classes. And so that kind of worked out as a self-testimonial, wouldn't you say, for yourself?
Absolutely. I would get that afternoon slump, and there was a 4:30 class. I would try my best. If I didn't have class, that was kind of when you're in the library and you get that afternoon slump. I would go get that workout in, and then I would have so much more energy for the evening and the rest of the day.
Yeah, certainly. And I had mentioned this at the beginning of the video blog, but we talked about this last time. It comes down to scheduling, right? Doesn't it? Again, your mantra, the priorities. What do you have to say and reiterate and just tell people when they're having trouble with their schedule?
You just have to make it a priority. You have to put it on your calendar like everything else. Like I have this time today with you on my calendar, 3:15. If I don't have it on my calendar, it's not going to happen. So, and a lot of people are better if they just get up, do it first thing in the morning, because then there's no distractions. Sometimes it's hard after work, something happens, projects go late. If you can get up, get it done first thing in the morning, that's usually the best for the majority of people.
I think in that regard, Marla-Deen, you and I are cut from the same cloth because I do the same thing. I have my calendar, and what I do is I put it on my phone, and I treat each appointment just as important. But I wish that you wouldn't believe how many times that I've got these Skype interviews scheduled where more often than not people say, if something came up, I can't do it. So
I hate that.
Well, again, it's like anything else. It's just like we were talking about, like with the gym. Like if their workout, I'm supposed to work out at 3 o'clock or whatever. Well, something's come up, and it's so much easier, I think, for a lot of people to fall in that trap. So,
and I get that. Life happens. I have personal training clients that they're swamped at work or something, and I don't ever want to make anyone feel guilty because it's life, and this is it's a workout. It's not, you're not curing cancer, but you are doing something good and healthy for yourself. So you do kind of have to make it a priority within reason.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And I think as a trainer, as fitness professionals, we really want that respect, too, because it's when it becomes habitual and repetitive, I think that's when it becomes a problem, and it's more than it just something's come up. It's definitely a priority problem there. So that's good. I like that. So overall, we've hit a lot of really good topics here in terms of helping people with their resolutions. So let me ask you as a summary and conclusion, here's a two-part question to everything we just talked about, and it might be repetitive what we just said, but how can people best stay motivated in the new year of 2017, and how can we make sure that they're having fun with their exercising?
Okay, the first thing, and I want to kind of throw this in there with the resolution part of it, because I think the big mistake lots of people make when they make these big New Year's resolutions is to make them too big and too general. You can't just go say, I'm going to lose weight in 2017, or I'm going to get in shape. That's too big. You might start off great in a week, and after a week, maybe you don't see any results and you don't feel like you've accomplished anything. So I say, if your resolution is you want to get fit and you've been on the couch, then you need to set a goal that's specific and small and doable. Say, I'm going to walk 3 days a week, or I'm going to get to the gym 4 days a week. At the end of that week, you're like, wow, I did it. I've accomplished something. You're feeling good about yourself, and you can move on from there and build on that. If it's, I want to lose weight, and don't go on a diet, but I would say put your goal that I'm going to eat a healthy breakfast every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat a vegetable at lunch. Make your goals small and doable, and then build on from there, because then you're successful. You're not like me, the way I used to make those big resolutions and they would fall by the wayside, and then I'd feel like a failure. So to keep yourself motivated, I would say set these small doable goals and build on from them.
Mm-hmm.
And then to make sure you're having fun, do what you like. If you hate running, don't say I'm going to run a marathon in 2017. If you hate running, if you enjoy playing tennis and you like group sports, then join a tennis team. Join an intramural team of some kind of sport. If you enjoy alone time, then walk. Find some hiking trails or nature trails. I think you have to find what you enjoy to keep yourself doing it and to make it fun.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Try new things. Try that Zumba class or that yoga class or something that might be putting you out of your comfort zone. That's okay. You might absolutely love it. You never.
Very solid answers there, Marla-Deen. I'm impressed. Again, you just hit some more home runs there, and that's why I love interviewing you, because what you just said is just very powerful. So I'll take your word and say that I'm very grateful, and I want to show gratitude that you're here to help tell the people and share this knowledge and information, because they need it. We need to tell as many people as possible. Like you said at the beginning of the video blog, it's great right now. We're seeing a lot of activity. Now let's try to, for the next 11 months, what can we do to keep those people motivated? And that's what it's all about. You're right. That is it.
Encouraging.
Yeah, that is. It's very uplifting and very inspiring, Marla-Deen. Well, like I said, I'm very impressed as always, and can't wait to talk to you again. Before we let you go, if you have a few minutes here, let me ask you a few more questions. How can people best learn more about Marla-Deen Fit out there?
Go to my website, www.marla-deen, it's DEEN fit.com.
Wonderful. And your website's wonderful, because we got to mention Rick Howington did a great job. Unbelievable work there in your website. It's just very informative. Everything that you need to know about Marla-Deen Fit is right there. And, you keep up the wonderful work there, Marla-Deen, because, again, this was a terrific topic. This is a nice way to start out the 2017 new year. And I think it'll be great to get you back on a recurring monthly schedule, if that's okay, and, with your schedule, if it fits, to be able to do this, because I love interviewing very highly intelligent, articulate young ladies like yourself who are very experienced and know what you're doing and know what you're talking about. We need more people like you on here.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So last couple of questions here, just some personal questions. I remember you're from the little town of Hazelhurst, Georgia.
Great memory.
Have you been down there since we last spoke?
I have missed it. I went down, I think, back in September, kind of going through, but I've not been to stay. So I miss my old friends and miss being back in that small town environment sometimes.
I totally understand. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get down there sometime in the near future. And what does the rest of the immediate, now that we're back in school, like you said, the boys are back, and you and your husband, your family are all back in your routine. What does the, I guess, next month or so entail into the new year for 2017 look like for your family?
Well, personally, I'm just kind of getting back into my classes, getting new schedules going for my personal boot camp, getting my clients coming back off vacation. I've got a senior this year, so we're starting to gear up, finishing up all the college applications, gearing up for graduation, and getting through our wrestling season.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Yep. So looking forward to spring and some warm weather. I'm not a cold weather person, so.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Marla-Deen. Yeah, by the time we publish this video blog, I hope that we're not snowed in, and I hope that the two boys are able to get to their wrestling tournaments as well.
Otherwise, we're going to be doing those jump squats and burpees and planks in our living room. Right?
There you go. Hey, see, you live exactly what you preach, and that's what I love to hear. So that's excellent. So, very good, Marla-Deen. Well, again, Happy New Year. Good luck with using the word gratitude for you. And like I said, let's definitely have you back on next month with your schedule available and talk some more and hit another great topic.
Sounds great. Thanks, Tarryn.
Thank you, Marla-Deen. All right, for the folks out there, here we go. We're fading to black. Here comes Marla-Deen's contact information one more time just in case. We'll see you, Marla-Deen.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.